Did you know that the average parent raises their voice at their children 3 to 5 times a week? That's as many as 260 times a year. Yet, studies have shown that yelling makes kids more aggressive, both verbally and physically. It's a cycle that many families struggle to break. But what if there's a way to communicate effectively with your little ones without ever needing to raise your voice? Welcome to a guide that might just change your family life forever. In the pages that follow, we'll explore simple, yet powerful strategies to get your kids to listen, cooperate, and respect the boundaries, all without yelling. From getting down to their eye level to establishing a foundation of mutual respect, we'll uncover the secrets to a happier, more peaceful home. Imagine a day when getting ready for school or bedtime routines unfold smoothly, with smiles instead of shouts. It's not just a dream, it's a possibility. With practical tips, surprising facts, and easy-to-follow advice, we're going to show you how. Ready to turn the volume down on household chaos and tune into a harmony you didn't think was possible? Let's dive in. Chapter 1. Get down to their level. Ever noticed how everything changes when you see eye to eye? Literally. When it comes to connecting with your kids, experts say getting down to their level can work wonders. It's not just about physical posture, it's about making them feel seen and heard. Imagine you're 4 feet tall again, and the world's giants constantly tower over you. Intimidating, right? Now picture one of those giants kneeling down, looking you in the eye, and speaking to you as an equal. That's a game changer. Psychologists have found that this simple act of leveling yourself with your child does more than just grab their attention. It sends a powerful message: you're important to me. Dr. Laura Markham, a clinical psychologist, emphasizes, when we physically get down to our child's level, we show them respect. This respect boosts their self-esteem and makes them more open to listening to us. But it's not just about respect. This approach helps in de-escalating situations where emotions run high. Instead of shouting commands from a great height, kneeling down puts you both on the same plane, facilitating calmer, more productive conversations. It's a strategy endorsed by countless parenting experts for its effectiveness in improving communication. A study by the University of Michigan confirmed that children are more responsive and show better cognitive understanding when adults communicate with them at eye level. This physical closeness can also enhance emotional bonding, making your child feel more secure and understood. Incorporating this strategy doesn't require special skills, just a willingness to meet your child where they are, both physically and emotionally. The next time you need to have a talk, try this: kneel down, make eye contact, and speak gently. You might just be surprised at how much more receptive your child is. And remember, it's not just about getting down to their level for the serious stuff. Join them there for play, for reading stories, or just for a chat. These moments of connection can significantly strengthen your relationship, making those tougher conversations a little easier when they do arise. Chapter 2. Use simple and clear instructions. Less is more, they say, and when it comes to giving kids instructions, this couldn't be truer. Children's brains are still developing, and processing complex information can be challenging for them. That's why simplicity rules. By breaking down your requests into clear, manageable steps, you're not just making it easier for them to follow through, you're also teaching them how to approach tasks methodically. It turns out, the way we phrase our requests can make a big difference. According to Dr. Tanya Byron, a child psychologist, children respond best to instructions that are clear, concise, and positive. Instead of telling them what not to do, guide them towards what you'd like them to do. So, instead of saying, "Don't make a mess," try, "Please keep the paint on the paper." This method of communication helps avoid confusion and the common, "but I didn't understand" excuse. And it's not just about making life easier at home. Educators have found that children who are used to clear instructions tend to perform better in classroom settings as well, as they're more adept at following teachers' guidelines. But how simple should you go? Here's a rule of thumb. Aim to be as specific as possible. For instance, "Clean your room" is a vague command that can be overwhelming. Breaking it down to, "Please put your toys in the box and your books on the shelf," gives your child a clear roadmap to follow. Interestingly, a study showed that children who are given precise instructions from a young age develop better problem-solving skills. They learn to approach tasks with a clear goal in mind, enhancing their ability to focus and complete tasks efficiently. So, the next time you need your child to do something, remember, keep it simple, specific, and positive. This approach not only makes your life easier but also supports your child's development, teaching them valuable skills that will serve them well beyond childhood. Chapter 3. Offer choices instead of commands. Giving kids choices rather than commands is like handing them the steering wheel on the road to independence. It's empowering. This doesn't mean they control the whole journey, but they do get to navigate some of the turns. This approach does wonders for their self-esteem and decision-making skills. Choices give children a sense of control, says Dr. Ross Green, a renowned child psychologist. He suggests that this method reduces power struggles because kids feel more invested in the outcomes of their decisions. Imagine this. It's morning, and the battle over getting dressed looms. Instead of the usual, "Put on your clothes now," you say, "Would you like to wear the red shirt or the blue one today?" Suddenly, the dynamic changes. Your child feels respected, involved, and more likely to cooperate. This isn't just theoretical. A study published in the Journal of Child Psychology and Psychiatry found that children who are regularly offered choices exhibit fewer behavioral problems and higher levels of autonomy. But it's not just about making them happy in the moment. Offering choices helps children learn the value of weighing options and making decisions. Whether it's picking an outfit or choosing between apples or bananas for a snack, each decision helps build their confidence and critical thinking skills. Of course, the key is to offer choices within reasonable boundaries. You're guiding them with options you're okay with, ensuring they're still on the path to a good outcome. For instance, letting them choose between doing homework before dinner or after, but not giving the option to skip it altogether. Interestingly, educators have observed that children who are accustomed to making choices at home are more engaged and independent learners at school. They're used to thinking for themselves and are more adept at managing their tasks and time. Chapter 4. Use positive reinforcement. Positive reinforcement is a tool as old as time, yet its effectiveness remains unmatched. Acknowledging a child's good behavior with praise not only makes them feel valued but also encourages that behavior to continue. What gets rewarded gets repeated, says Dr. Carol Dweck, a leading psychologist known for her work on mindset. Her research underscores the impact of positive feedback on children's motivation and self-esteem. Consider the simple act of praising your child for putting away toys without being asked. This moment of recognition does more than just reward the behavior, it teaches your child the value of initiative and responsibility. Studies have consistently shown that positive reinforcement can significantly influence children's behavior, making them more likely to repeat the actions that earn them praise. But it's not just about praising the outcome. Highlighting the effort put into a task, regardless of the result, fosters a growth mindset. This approach encourages kids to value hard work and persistence, qualities that are crucial for lifelong success. Praising the process kids engage in, their effort, their strategies, their focus, their perseverance, leads to greater motivation and more success, Dweck explains. It's essential, however, to strike the right balance. Overpraising or offering hollow compliments can backfire, making praise feel meaningless. Genuine acknowledgement of specific actions or efforts is key. For example, instead of a generic "good job," say, "I noticed how you helped your sister with her homework. That was very kind and patient of you." Moreover, positive reinforcement isn't just about verbal praise. A smile, a thumbs up, or a high five can also be powerful ways to acknowledge and encourage desired behaviors. These nonverbal cues reinforce your words, making the positive feedback even more impactful. Interestingly, a survey revealed that children who regularly receive positive reinforcement at home tend to have higher self-esteem and better social skills. They're more confident in their abilities and more likely to take on challenges with a positive attitude. Chapter 5. Establish and maintain consistent rules. Consistency in parenting isn't just about being firm, it's about creating a predictable environment where children feel secure and understood. Consistency is the key to successful parenting, and discipline is not about punishment but about teaching, says Dr. Jane Nelson, author of Positive Discipline. When children know what to expect, they're more likely to comply with the rules and understand the consequences of their actions. Setting clear rules does more than just minimize chaos, it teaches children self-regulation and responsibility. For example, a simple rule like, toys need to be put away before bedtime, helps children learn to manage their time and priorities. This consistency in expectations doesn't stifle freedom, it provides a framework within which freedom can be safely enjoyed. A fascinating aspect of human psychology is our inherent need for structure and boundaries. Research from the American Psychological Association shows that children raised in consistent environments tend to develop stronger coping skills and are better at solving problems. They know the rules, and they understand the framework within which they can operate, explore, and grow. However, establishing rules is only half the battle, maintaining them is where the real challenge lies. Consistency in enforcement ensures that rules are taken seriously. If bedtime is set at 8 p.m., sticking to it teaches children the importance of routines and the value of rest. It's not just about discipline, it's about instilling habits that will benefit them throughout life. But consistency doesn't mean inflexibility. Life happens, and sometimes rules need to be adjusted. The key is to communicate any changes clearly and ensure they're based on the child's best interests. This adaptability within a framework of consistency helps children learn to deal with change, a valuable skill in its own right. Surprisingly, children's adherence to rules and routines has been linked to better academic performance, according to studies. The discipline learned at home translates into self-discipline at school, where they're more likely to follow classroom rules and complete assignments on time. Chapter 6. Listen to them. Listening to your children, truly listening, is perhaps the most powerful tool in a parent's arsenal. It's not just about hearing their words but understanding their feelings, fears, and dreams. Listening is where love begins, listening to ourselves and then to our children, says Fred Rogers of Mr. Rogers' Neighborhood. When children feel listened to, they feel valued and respected, which in turn makes them more likely to listen and respect others. Active listening involves more than just nodding along. It requires engaging with your child's thoughts and feelings, asking questions, and reflecting back what you hear. This kind of interaction encourages children to open up and share more freely, fostering a deeper connection between parent and child. The impact of being heard cannot be overstated. A study by the National Institute of Mental Health found that children who feel listened to have higher self-esteem and better problem-solving skills. They're also more likely to show empathy towards others, as they've experienced firsthand the value of being understood. Incorporating active listening into daily interactions doesn't require grand gestures. It can be as simple as putting down your phone during conversations, making eye contact, and showing genuine interest in what your child has to say. These small acts of attention can make a big difference in how valued and understood your child feels. Moreover, listening lays the groundwork for effective communication. It teaches children that dialogue is a two-way street, where both parties have something valuable to contribute. This mutual respect can significantly reduce conflicts and misunderstandings, making for a more harmonious home environment. Interestingly, schools that have implemented programs encouraging teachers and students to listen actively to one another have reported improvements in classroom behavior and student engagement. This underscores the universal benefit of listening, not just in parent-child relationships but in all interactions.